Alright, we are going to move on to function operations. There are several function operations we are going to talk about. The first one is adding functions. You can write adding functions two ways. F of x plus g of x, written in separate form, or f and g can be written in the parentheses together. So to solve these, you have two different functions. We're going to evaluate both functions. So we're going to plug our number into f, we're going to plug our number into g, and whatever we get for both of those answers, we're going to add them together. Maverick is intrigued by adding functions. So for example, we want to find f plus g of 4 when f of x is 2x plus 3, g of x is 5x minus 10. So to do that, first we have to find f of 4 and g of 4. So to find f of 4, I want to take all my x's, replace them with 4. And then use order of operations to simplify. So for f of 4, I'll do 2 times 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. For g of 4, first I'm going to do 5 times 4, which is 20. 20 minus 10, then would be 10. Then to find f plus g of 4, I'm going to take my f value, which is 11, take my g value, which is 10, add them together. 10 plus 11 is 21. So f plus g of 4 is 21. Maverick got it right. Did you? Subtracting functions, the same thing. Do the same steps. Plug in your value for f of x, plug in your value for g of x. This time you want to subtract your answers. Just make sure you pay attention to the order in which function comes first. So if the f of x is written first, you want to put that answer first and subtract the g of x from f of x. Same thing in this. When it's written this way, you want to do f minus g. Make sure your f comes first. So for example, we have these same problems, except we want to subtract this time. So I already did f of 4 in the previous example, and f of 4 was equal to 11. And I did g of 4. It was equal to 10. To find f minus g of 4, I would take my value for my f function, which is 11, minus my value for my g function, which is 10. So f minus g of 4 be equal to 11 minus 10, which is 1. Same steps for multiplying, except you want to multiply your answers at the end. Find f of x first, then g of x, then multiply them together. So once again, we're using the same functions, inputting the same number. We've already said that f of 4 was equal to 11, and g of 4 is equal to 10. So to find f times g of 4, I want to take 11 times 10. 11 times 10 is 110. So f times g of 4 is equal to 110. Maverick likes multiplying equations, but he's done for the day. Dividing functions do the same thing. Find your f, find your g, divide, make sure you pay attention what function goes on top. So in this case, both of these, my f would go on top, my g would go on bottom. Still using the same functions we've already solved for. So f of 4 was equal to 11. G of 4 was equal to 10. So to do f divided by g of 4, we would do 11 divided by 10. Now that doesn't come out even, doesn't reduce, so just leave it as a fraction, just like we did in equations. Composition of functions is different. It's a little tricky, but not too bad. So compositions of function, you have to remember that you want to work your way inside out. So if it's written like the first way, you want to do your g of x first. So that means x will have a number there. You want to take whatever number that is, plug it into your g of x function, and whatever answer you get for that function, you plug it into your f of x function. So you work your way inside out to your what's inside the parentheses first, and then do what's on the outside of the parentheses. And it's the same thing if it's written like this. The open circle means composition of function, and you still work your way inside out. So you have this one, you would start with your g first, since it's closer to the x, and then you work your way out to do the f. So once again, you'd plug a number in, whatever this x value would be, whatever number they tell you to plug in, you plug in for g. Once you get that answer, you want to plug it into f. Okay, I'm going to do all these steps in this problem. Right, so we want to find f of g of 4. That's how you pronounce it, f of g of 4. We'll work our way inside out, so that means I want to do g of 4 first. Right, so to do g of 4, we do 5 times 4 minus 10, which of course is 20 minus 10, which of course is 10, which we already knew that. So now, since I know what g of 4 is equal to, and g of 4 is equal to 10, I want to plug this number, the answer I got, into my f value. So I want to find f of 10. So take my x's out, replace them with 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. So f of g of 4 is equal to 23. Work your way inside out. Plug it into g first, and then whatever answer you get, you plug into the f function, and just simplify. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and do the first you try. So we're doing f of 2 plus g of 2. First we need to solve for f of 2. While I'm writing this, give a shout out to my third period class. They've been asking for a shout out all week. I'm going to replace my x's in my g of 2. And then just simplify. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So f of 2 is equal to 0. And then simplify g of 2. I want to do 9 times 2, which is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. Then I want to find f of 2 plus g of 2, which is 0 plus 24, which is 24. Okay, go ahead and do the subtraction problem. Okay, we've already found f of 2 to be 0. We've already found g of 2 to be 24. We did that in the previous problem. So now I want to do f of 2 minus g of 2. Alright, f of 2 is equal to 0. G of 2 is equal to 24. 0 minus 24 is negative 24. So f of 2 minus g of 2 is negative 24. Go ahead and pause the video to do the multiplication. So once again, we found f of 2 to be 0. We've already found g of 2 to be 24. So I'm doing f of 2 times g of 2, which would be 0 times 24, which is just 0. Okay, pause and do the division. So f of 2 is equal to 0. G of 2 is equal to 24. I'm doing f of 2 divided by g of 2, which would give me 0 over 24, which is equal to 0. And last we have the composition of functions. So remember, you want to work your way inside out. Plug in g2 into g first, and then whatever answer you get for that, you want to plug into your f. Go ahead and pause and do it yourself. Alright, so like I said, we want to do g of 2 first. So g of 2 is 9 times 2 plus 6, which is 18 plus 6, which is 24. So g of 2 is equal to 24. I want to take that answer, 24. I want to find f of 24 now. Whatever answer you got for g of 2, you're going to plug into f of x. So I'm going to take out x, replace it with 24. Negative 2 times 24, negative 48. Negative 48 plus 4 is negative 44. So f of g of 2 is equal to negative 44. Holler back, youngins.